guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the first video of the Valentine's Day palette series or series. It's not technically the first video because I do have two other videos in that playlist already, but in this video we are doing a full face Drugstore Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. I am super excited about it. I have a bunch of my favorite drugstore products as well as some new products that I've gotten from PR, and in this look we're going to do something pretty simple, pretty easy, something that I feel like would look really beautiful on all different skin tones, all different eye shapes, all different eye colors, whatever it may be. I think this look is going to look beautiful on everyone. So if that is something that you guys want to see, then please keep on watching. So as you guys can see, I just went ahead and switched around. I decided that I was going to use my backdrop today or for these videos just because I wanted to switch it up. I've been using my vanity for quite some time, and quite frankly it's been like, oh my gosh, like what, 6 weeks or so? Not 6 weeks, like 6 months or so that I've been using my vanity, and I feel like I need a little change of scenery. So I did buy these twinkle lights, or these lights, for my wedding, and we don't have any use for them anymore, so I decided to put them behind my fabric. So that is that. Right now I'm just priming my lid, and then I'm going to go ahead and set it down, and then we'll get started on eyeshadow. Okay, so I went ahead and scooted in a little bit to get closer. I hope this is good. But I'm going to use my Morphe 35O palette. This is the original palette that looks like this. I believe a lot of people have this palette, which was the reason why I wanted to use this palette in this tutorial. So the first shade, I actually have the newer one, which gives you the shade sheet, which, as I mentioned with all of my Morphe palettes, I just tape to the top. So that way I have the shade reference, and that way I don't lose the film or whatever it may be. But I'm going to take the shade Sting, which is right here in the top corner. It's the same layout as the original palette. This just has an updated packaging, and it has the shade sheet. So I'm going to take this shade second from the top on the far right hand side, and I'm going to take a Stilazzi. This is an L216. It's like a diffuse, like, blending crease brush, and I'm going to work this into my crease. So this is just going to be my transition shade, and it's nice and warm. You don't have to use a ton of this shade. You could just do like a light little dusting of it and then go on about your day, or your business rather. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm not going to focus too much of this color in the crease and oversaturate it, because it's just going to give like a nice wash. Okay, so I have these new Pixi palettes. One is called the Reflect Light, which looks like this. And then the second one is called Natural Beauty, which looks like this. And I'm going to be using both of these palettes today, but they're both really pretty. And this one, which is the Reflect Light, has more shimmers than it does mattes. This one would be more so for like all over the lids. It's a nice neutral palette. And this one has a couple of shimmers, but it's a little more cool in tone, and not personally like my favorite, but I'm still going to go ahead and use it. So this one is the Natural Beauty, and I'm going to take the shade Chocolate Brown, which is right in the corner. There are shades on the back, shade names rather, but I'm going to take Chocolate Brown on the bottom, and this is going to go into my crease, and this is going to be my transition shade. And I kind of want to do like a chocolatey brown smoky eye. I've never used Pixi eyeshadow, so I'm kind of intrigued to see how they turn out, but this look is pretty much just like a chocolate brown smoky eye. Like, it's just very simple. Very easy. If you want to be even more simple, you can just use this brown shade or any brown shade in your collection and go all over the lid and really smoke it out. It'll give a really nice sultry smoky kind of vibe, and it'll look really, really, really good, like with any outfit. You can wear this with anything because it's neutral as well. I'm using a JH35 brush and just working this into the crease. You can build this up as deep and as dark as you want. I'm going to pretty much leave it like this. I don't want to go too dark, but this shade is really nice, and it feels really good to blend it out. Like, it's not like super harsh or anything. So, ta-da! And then I'm going to take Bronze Gleam right here, even though this isn't bronze. And this is just a chocolatey, shimmery shade. When I saw this palette, I fell in love with this shade. I just knew I had to do a look with it, and I'm using a Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow brush because it is like that foiled kind of texture. And like I said, you can go in with the matte eyeshadow as well if you want to. But this shimmery shade is going to give you a little bit of dimension. It's not a super shimmer, if you know what I mean, but it gives a little bit of a sparkle. So this is going to go everywhere where I left that lid space open. And then just work it into the crease as well. And I'm doing patting motions. If you really want this shimmer shade to really pop, you can wet your brush with some Fix Plus, with some eye drops, with any setting spray, anything like that. And you can just wet your brush and it'll really give it a nice shimmery pop. But I wanted this look to be very, very, very wearable for any woman. Any woman, any girl, any expertise level, anything. So now I'm taking a little bit more of Chocolate Dream and just blending over the top. And look at that. Like, that took like what, 4 minutes, and I was talking. So could you imagine how quick this eye look would be for Valentine's Day or a date night or whatever it may be? It's super simple, super easy, and really effective. So now you look all so smoky and sultry. With this look, you can apply some liner. I'm not going to wear liner today. I'm going to leave it just like this and just kind of go with more of like the natural, easy, effortless type of look. So I am going to pop on lashes because I personally feel like lashes take the look from here to here. Like, it just really accentuates the eyes. If you aren't comfortable with lashes, just go ahead and coat your lashes with some mascara. If you wear glasses, anything like that, coat your lashes with a couple of coats of mascara, and then pop on your glasses or contacts, whatever it may be, and go on about your day. Personally, I am going to wear the Star Daze lashes. These are for More Lashes. You guys know that, like, More Lashes is like one of my favorite lash brands ever. These are pretty full, straight across. It's not like really small in the inner corner, wispy on the outer corner. It's pretty full, straight across, so it's going to be really nice for this like rounded, smoky eye. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and then we will go ahead and do the face. Okay, you guys, so to prime my skin, I'm going to use this L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. This is a like putty primer. It's very similar to like the e.l.f. putty kind of consistency, and I would assume it's similar to the Tatcha. I don't have that one just because it's so expensive and your girl cannot afford it right now, but I assume that it is very similar to that. It's got that putty, thick kind of consistency. It's a lot thicker than the e.l.f. Primer, but it's definitely that same kind of consistency. But this is one of my favorite drugstore primers. I do love the baby skin, but I just haven't repurchased that in a long time. I have quite a few primers thanks to Cover FX and CoverGirl for sending them to me, but I just don't have the space for it or the need, you know. It would be a little excessive to go ahead and buy that, but just go ahead and prime my skin. I mainly target my problematic areas, so like chin, nose, right here in my cheek area, and then the center of my forehead. The outer perimeter I don't really focus on too much, no. So for foundation, one of my favorite drugstore foundations is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. This one is in the shade Cappuccino, or no, this one is, yeah, Cappuccino, and this is Deep Sable. So I mixed the two because Deep Sable is a little cool, but I still really like this shade. Like, I can use this shade on its own, but I personally don't like to because I want my skin to have a little bit of warmth to it. So it's so full coverage and lightweight. I just absolutely love it. So I'm going to put this all over my skin. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Cappuccino, just like the tiniest bit. And I just kind of like put it on my face. To blend that out, I'm going to take this e.l.f. round top kabuki kind of brush and just blend this into my skin. And you don't need like super full coverage, especially if you're not used to it. You can use some powder, you can just apply a little bit of this. You don't have to go as crazy as I'm going. Of course, it's all personal preference, all personal opinion, depending on how your skin is. But for me, I like full coverage even though it's not necessary anymore. Like, my skin has gotten to the point where I can just use like a powder or something like that, but I still love the full coverage. So I'm gonna blend that down onto my jawline, all that. Make sure that you blend out the concealer from above your brows. You don't want to leave that. You don't want to have halo brows or anything like that. So now that we have a nice even base, I'm going to go ahead and apply concealer. The concealer that I'm going to use today is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This concealer is like an old OG. I haven't used this in so long. Like, I don't even know if there's anything in here. But it's full coverage. It's really, really, really inexpensive. At least it was when it first came out. Not sure of the price point now, but super, super, super affordable. And everyone loves this concealer. Like, it's like a collective thumbs up amongst the community. So this is going to go on all of my high points, and then I'm just going to blend it out with a Beauty Blender sponge. And this is in the shade Fawn. I like the shade Fawn. It gives me a nice brighten effect, and it is a little more yellow in tone. So this is the best for me. Okay, you guys, so for setting powder, I'm going to use my Black Radiance True Complexion Loose Setting Powder. I remember mentioning to you all that I really, really, really despised using the makeup or Maybelline loose finishing powder or whatever. I really, really, really didn't like it. So some of you guys were like, I love the Black Radiance one, and I completely forgot that it was sitting at the back of my drawer because it's so big it doesn't fit in my little compartment that are in my drawers. So I reached back and got it out today, so we will revisit this one. It's been quite some time since I've even used this, so yeah, it's been quite a while. So I do know that I remember that I liked how fine this powder was. Like, it wasn't like a heavy powder. I do remember that I like that, but I don't know exactly like how I don't know off the top of my head how exactly I like felt about it as a whole. So guess we'll see in this video. Okay, so while I let this bake, I'm going to go ahead and contour up my skin. I'm using the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette, and oh, this is the new one. Gotta go get the old one, but it's in medium deep. I'm going to use this Stilazzi Cheek and Chisel L309 brush just to go in the hollows of the cheek. Just warm up the skin a little bit. Go underneath the jaw. I think my favorite part of doing my makeup is contouring, just because I really like how it brings dimension back into the face and brings some color back into the skin. Because when I apply my foundation and my concealers and stuff, like, I feel like it just makes me look really, really, really flat. And then the powder, the contour powder, just really helps like warm back up the skin. Because without it, I feel like I would just be so lost and it would just look a mess. I'm gonna go ahead and contour the nose a little bit, and it's okay if you look powdery for a bit. You're gonna set your face and everything like that. It'll help bring some freshness back into the skin. Did anybody else watch the Grammys last night? I was actually kind of happy with J-Lo's performance. Like, I love Motown. Like, Motown, like, when I first started listening to music, Motown was how I, like, found music. And The Temptations specifically was, like, once I saw that Temptations movie, it was over for me. Like, The Temptation, I had to know everything about every single member. I had to know everything about every single song. I had to know the dance moves, all of that. Like, I was obsessed with the Temptations. And so in return, like, I loved everything about Motown. And I was like really, really, really appalled when I heard that J-Lo was doing the tribute at the Grammys, because I'm like, nobody else was available. Beyonce wasn't available. Like, Jennifer Hudson wasn't available. Sierra wasn't available. Like, you mean to tell me nobody was available? Like, come on, come on. So, but when I watched her tribute, I was happy about it. I was like, okay, she did her thing. Like, I'll let J-Lo have that one. She did her thing. But I still would have liked somebody else black to do the tribute, because, I mean, it's Black History Month too, like, come on. But I'm really, 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 I'm gonna blush my face with this Milani blush. This is in Red Vino. But I'm really, really, really excited for the tribute show that is coming out. Oh, I'm so excited for that show. Like, that and the Aretha tribute, oh my gosh, so ready for it. I think the Motown one comes out April 21st. I think it's the day after my wedding, so I have to have somebody what is it? Record it. And then the Aretha one I think comes out March 10th. So super, super, super excited. And Celine Dion is going to be on that one. And I love me some Celine. I love me some Celine. I'm just excited. Like, I love music so much. But I'm going to use this e.l.f. Glow highlighter in Golden. This is kind of like a gel-like highlighter, but I still really like it. But I want to know what you guys thought about the Grammys. Like, I was so happy. I'm not like a diehard, what do they call them, like Barty Gang or whatever. I'm not like a diehard Cardi B fan, but like, I was very, very, very happy that she won a Grammy, like first female to win the rap category. Like, are you kidding? Like, yes, just what we needed. So super, 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 super happy and proud of her for that. Like, when she did her acceptance speech, I was like, yes, Cardi, yes. Yes, ma'am. But yeah, I want to know what you guys thought about the Grammys. I love that Alicia performance. I'm not like the biggest Alicia Keys fan, but like when she did the piano and sang like some of the medleys, like, I was like, she's that bitch. She's that bitch. That was awesome. I think I'm going to go and grab my Colourpop highlighter because this one's just not giving it to me. So I think I'm going to end up grabbing that. So this is the highlighter from Colourpop in the shade Bay Area. I love, love, love this highlighter. It's so creamy and just so pigmented. It's so good. Okay, so now I'm looking like an ashy ragamuffin, but I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. This is the Pixi Treats Rose Glow Mist, and I just shake it up. Do a little test spray. And I'm probably going to mix another setting spray after, like, once I get off camera. I'll probably use the NYX dewy finish spray because I feel like that gives me a little more dewiness, but okay, you guys, so I am going to take that same brown shade and just pop that on the lower lash line. Just kind of like lightly smoking it a little bit just to kind of carry it from up top. This is completely optional. If it's not something that you're comfortable with, then you don't have to, but I like to smoke out the lower lash line just to kind of give a cohesive look to the overall eye. Because this is pretty like natural, neutral, pretty simple, it's just going to kind of take it to the next level. And I'm using the same JH35 brush to do so. I was going to use a pencil brush, but I had this in my hand already, so I just started with this. So now I'm going to switch over to the Reflect Light palette, the one that has all the shimmers. I'm going to take this one right smack dab in the middle, all the way at the bottom. It's called Chestnut Glimmer, and this is going to go into my inner corner. I'm going to take this smudge brush from Sigma in E21 and take this really, really, really shimmery, poppin' color and just pop this into the inner corner just to kind of make this look a little, like, stand out just a little bit more, have a little more pop, and not be so like flat. This inner corner color can be any color that you guys have in your collection. It could be your highlight color. It could be a green. It could be a blue. It could be like any color that you really want to pop and make this look stand out. It can be that. Okay, you guys, so last but not least is the lip color. And the lip color is something that I felt like I kind of wanted to do like a pop of color with. I have these 3 options, and they're all of that like reddish berry. This first one is a Pixi liquid lipstick in Berry Boost, which looks like this. The second one is a Carity Cosmetics Lip Lock in Tick Tick Boom. And then the third is Colourpop's LAX, which I think I'm going to end up going with Colourpop's LAX. I really, really, really love this lip color. But you want to make sure with Colourpop liquid lipsticks, which I'm sure you already know, to have like your lips already pre-moisturized. I always have like a gloss that I apply right when I first start doing my makeup, my eye makeup, and that way it like kind of wears off as I continue to talk through the tutorial or as I continue to do my makeup, but it also leaves my lips moisturized. It's really essential for me for a liquid lipstick because my lips are crusty already, so yeah. So I'm going to take this and just apply this to my lips, and I might apply a little bit of Berry Boost in the middle, not sure, but I'm going to go ahead and apply this liquid lipstick. Okay, so really, really, really love this color. I feel like this color is like really, really great for any woman of color, any like black woman, anything like that. I feel like it's just middle-aged, young. It's just such a really pretty, like deep, dark, vampy kind of color. And it can go so well with this eye look because the eye look isn't doing too much. It's just a brown smoky eye with a slight shimmer and a gold inner corner. It just makes the look, it just takes it to that next kind of like mature level, I guess you could say. So I am going to take a little bit of Berry Boost from Pixi and just put the tiniest bit in the center. Because LAX is so dark, it's not going to really do too much, but it does smell really good. Does smell really good. Nice and citrusy. Alright, you guys, so I didn't want to overdo it with like the highlighter or anything like that. I wanted to keep this look really nice, natural, and wearable, and also drugstore. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. If you need any of these products, I'll make sure that I list them down below. They can all be found at a drugstore, except Colourpop still isn't able to be found at a drugstore. And I think that's it. You can find Morphe at Ulta, you can find Black Radiance at Target or CVS, you can find NYX at Ulta or Target or Walgreens, you can find Pixi Beauty from Target, Black Radiance you can find, oh I already said Black Radiance, Milani you can find at Ulta or Target, and I think that's it. Everything else is Colourpop, and Colourpop you would have to order online at Colourpop.com. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much if you did. Don't forget to subscribe before you go if you haven't already subscribed. And once again, you do not have to have all of these products. Use whatever you have at home. Try to recreate this look. You can just use a matte eyeshadow on the lid so you won't have to go out and purchase anything new. Use what you have to recreate the looks. It probably isn't going to look 100% just like it, but that's okay. Make it your own. That's what makeup is all about, making it your own and stepping out of your own comfort zone in your own little box. So thank you guys. I love you all, and I'll see you guys very soon. Mwah. Bye.